What is up, guys? It's Gilty here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Hope y'all doing well on this terrific Tuesday afternoon. I know I am. With that being said, we are gonna jump right on in and do some more of the MSQ. As per usual, once we hit a dungeon, we'll take a pause there. I don't think we're doing any dungeons tonight with the static, but I do not know for certain. That actually depends on the plans of other people. But that being said, let's jump right on in. Yo, what's up, Couch? How you doing today, bud? Were to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryle, I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Yashtul and I will inquire at the outlying encampments while Rose and Kryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Lost Vath and share our findings. All is well over here, cannot complain. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. All right. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for an hour to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. I was thinking it too, only to have my suspicions confirmed. Decision for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. No, ain't seen him around, sorry. What's that you've got there, a sketch? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior. I've heard a tale the other day about a Hyuran vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? That it does. That does sound like something Thancred would do. Hyuran man. We're not exactly rare, you know. Could be more specific. Muy bien, ¿y tú? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. An axe seems a bit odd for Thancred, though. I don't know. My verbal Spanish is rather limited, but I feel that. Finished. In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. I was about to say, I feel like that ain't an accurate Google translation. I don't know, I feel like that's more of a Chadlation. Chad translation? Josh already responded, estoy cansada. I don't think that implies the expletive, but it gets the idea across. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it was wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hyuran hunter whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. The axe, though, seems odd. Thancred's a rogue, not a warrior. They've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, or seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You're implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, now, Alfie, you probably could have chose better words. Reminds me of someone else's reaction to maybe a similar thing. Not exactly, but close. Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it's a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. Oh, I'm talking about Whelp. I'm talking about Whelp. Kind of similar. I'm talking about that. Yes, okay, good. I was about to say, it's very much the same vibes. Very much the same vibes. Open mouth, insert foot. That's the first thing I thought of. I do apologize. Any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Kryl, quite right. Alright, let's continue on the MSQ then. 2 slots left in my inventory, well, fine. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lost Ass Vath. We must go to see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone, come along. I feel like I missed something. Oh, Frankie making jokes? Oh God, what is Frankie gonna say now? Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lost Ath Vath. What do you seek this day? Josh, I promise. We do this from the kindness of our heart. of no malice whatsoever. We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious, the hunter tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Good, he's a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, are you quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. The fleshing clothed in skin came to us from some owl, lost and weak. We offered meat and hides in trade. and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lost Athnath, not long ago when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned. Vidofnir did say the Nath had grown us before. What could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. What that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Frankie, stop pinning things! Go, great hunters, let the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. So every time Frankie, like, touches a keyboard, he somehow misclicks. Without fail, without fail. Apparently. So I imagine this is going to bring us to the next trial, which I'm unable, well, not unable, but won't be able to get past. At least I would imagine that to be the case, but we'll find out shortly. Maybe not, though. Forgot to infuriate again. There we go. I need to go to this destination, which means I need to probably fight you. Yup. Why can't it be a high enough level to where you guys don't aggro me anymore? That'd be fantastic. Well, there's the crew, but no sign of Thancred.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
Is it our rogue friend? Once again, the axe... What in the... Yeah, I was about to say... Oh, that's not Thancred! That is very much not Thancred. That's the bloody axe wielder from the cutscene at the end of Heavensward. I was right, I was curious about the axe. They felled Ravana with ease, it would seem. We have a paladin, a bard, looks like a full 5-man party. A warrior. So 2 tanks, interestingly enough. The Warrior of Darkness. I do remember them being called that.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Asians forever.
Okay, so they once were an enemy of the Asians.
Playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Asian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not.
And it looks like at some point they were a warrior of light, wielding the grace of Heidelin. Huh. But then we saw them conspiring with the Asian and being named the Warrior of Darkness.
The Warrior of Light. the savior of Eorzea.
So all of them had the same vision or echo.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
Interesting.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Well, that's not encouraging. Well, that's just plain rude. Like a summoner, a paladin, a warrior. And I'm gonna guess that's Thancred. At least makes the odds a little bit more even. Wait, has Thancred lost an eye? It definitely looked like him up there. Yeah, that is definitely Thancred. Oh, that's an interesting blade he has there, though.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so...
Says the person that sneak attacked and sucker punched people. What?
Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Interesting. Using a return that teleports the whole party, that's also very interesting.
Warriors of Darkness. Really?
I mean, it is rather uninspired, to be fair. It's Thancred!
Thancred, are you all right?
I feel like the Nath are very upset.
I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Interesting. So maybe Thancred did go to fight Ravana, but the Warriors of Darkness interrupted.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
I think this is the first time that I've actually heard Thancred's new VA, now think about it. Yeah, because post-ARR. Yeah, that's actually really interesting to think about.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the life.
That is an image right there.
Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
That me!
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
That's a fair assessment.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Probably exactly like the Echo, in fact. Unless there's a different higher god that can also... I mean, I guess Midgard Solmer in some ways did as well, though they did break our connection to Hydaelyn. So there's a possibility that there's another higher god of the same caliber. Lots of cutscenes. Once again, not against it, but... Lost to the power of the Echo and driven to put down Primals, despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals would have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them for our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. Only on one of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how I found Rose. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had a distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers have been traveling the land slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed that the news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Since you have seemed to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony has given me a stinking headache. If you have a need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Rose. Yeah, about that. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. She would have, but then she said that she heard from Hydaelyn and had to go back. I am confused to what that means in this context, as she is nowhere to be found. Oh, that's actually nice that it actually put me at the foot of this place. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she has long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kin did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit, the gods fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration, and Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well, regarding the Ishgardian's invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe, such is the folly and glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted a choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. And you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer and will convey your words to our allies without delay. Now we just need to hope that something bad doesn't happen. This is too hopeful for my taste. I feel like someone's gonna attack Vidofnir. It's happening, Yasiel. Would that you were here to see it. This is too hopeful. Kinda know where I swear. Yeah, honestly. It's raining, that's not good tidings.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
Oh. An assassination plot? Yep, this looks like an assassination if I've didn't seen it. Yeah, he just got tagged.
To whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
Your armor's pretty bad, if that worked.
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with a tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Emmerich, there's no way that Emmerich dies from that. That'd be so unceremonious. There's no way. And there's no way that the game would be like, oh, he got stabbed, he's still alive though, and oh, but by the way, we can't heal him. There would be no way of that either, so he better be freaking in good health when we get here, is all I'm saying. Right, let's not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, well, quite well, forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair of the Ishgardians and the Dravanians and our friends, nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there's no end to our troubles. You done jinxed us, Thancred. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted task and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we'll find Yida and Papalymo and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphant moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Actually, now that I look around, there's no people. Oh, I guess there's some down there. Why do I feel like there's less people than normal here? Like, just normal citizens. It almost feels like a bit of a setup? Question mark? Interesting. Yeah, it feels like there's less people. Odd. You have returned. In this, at least the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. Please me to inform you that Finofir has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? I sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The surgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Toriel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he wouldn't have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. Attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the flames, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more startup casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. Ooh, primal accessories offending. I definitely want that. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. They've been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set. Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size and the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alfno and Mistress Yestola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in foundation. As you wish, mayhap Taru can be of assistance as well. Meaning Rose and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Hilda has good taste. Thank rid of the signs of the 7th dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda, sign, eh? And there I was thinking I'd find a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. Yeah. I remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, praying for me immediately, that is all. Well, we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, I, the infamous Lord Emmanuelaine de Forton, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much, they say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Rose. We'll be at the Corsair, most like making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Grizzled, I will accept, but old. I think it's the chin scruff there thing, Crid. It does age you up just a little bit. Let's see, where are we? I'm surprised that we haven't come across any of the side quests that we already have here. I'm sure we will at some point, though. Well, well, if it isn't Rose, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old girl? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business that, and awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you're wondering why the Hoplon is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vaults have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man, not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you're thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the stressed and despondent young maidens. Who is closest to you? Hilda, can you smack him upside the head, please? Wait a moment, I know what that is. You give me one of your looks, aren't you? Abso-freaking-lutely. I do indeed. I love it. So this is, funny enough, I have played through ARR, post-ARR, and all the way up to the end of Heavensward twice, this time with my static. And so now we are in post-Heavensward. I have not played this at all before. I've been absolutely loving it, and we are ideally going to continue playing through all the way to the current content. So I'm a huge fan. I've played a lot of MMORPGs in past, and I'll be honest in saying Final Fantasy XIV has been one of my favorite. You do mean injustice, old girl. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. No, I don't think it's me. It's Lonnie over in Camp Cloudtop. So you know what? That's fine. Though it's her nightmare. And since you remain unconvinced, very well. If it will help prove the purity of my intentions, I gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon Rose, I shall investigate the locations where the fires are set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Alright, well, let's head up here and question some refugees, shall we? I was very much expecting the Nath to be a dungeon and or trial, but I'm surprised that we have not hit that yet. One should be right over here, no? There's one up there. Yeah, it looks like they actually are all up. I was wrong. But how's your day going, Cornflakes? Hopefully doing well? What have you been up to, if anything much? And also, by your question, I imagine that you also play Final Fantasy XIV. What job/class are you playing as? Just vibing. Always happy to hear it. Come, my brothers and sisters, there's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Alone's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we are not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only lead you astray. Well, that's suspicious. Do you require succor as well, miss? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good! This menace has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Come out forth as Gunbreaker and Sage, two classes I love. Used to be Paladin main, but leveled up the other tank, and I find I go back to Gunbreaker more and more. I mean, Gunbreaker's a nice balance between tank and DPS, from what I understand, and from what I experienced myself. I have Paladin 60, Warrior 62, Dark Knight I'm still leveling slowly but surely. Right now, the squishiest of all tanks, as Shelby is all too aware of, and to the chagrin whenever I use them in a dungeon. And Gunbreaker I just got, but I've started to get a pretty nice rotation going for them. So overall, I've been enjoying tank. Warrior's still one of my favorite classes though. Or jobs rather. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arms is getting better after all. Not remembering. Yes, the Dark Knight story has been very interesting so far. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Yeah. That's suspect. Because the church, by offering refuge to the displaced citizens, are now looking more favorable in the eyes of the public, which has since, their reputation was since besmirched at the death of the Archbishop. So this is a perfect play. Basically, burn down support of Sir Amaric while building up their own. There's no question in my mind it's a member of the church. Well, the biggest thing about Dark Knight is right now, until I get the Blackest Night, I'm just squishy as hell, and Blackest Night isn't unlocked until 70, so even if I were to level grind them, I probably won't have access to it in dungeons until after Stormblood, which we are getting to be fair, but even still. There you are. Anything to share? We'll acquire more than muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymond's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. You don't say! Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthless, efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions where the target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Yep, you and I think alike there, me boy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphinaud will doubtless have an opinion. Let's go down to the broom. I think we can go down from here, right? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. That and right now, the one thing that I don't understand, I know that Paladin's going to get some changes to their overall rotation, but one thing I don't understand is how shallow the combos and the rotation is for Paladin, for Gunbreaker and Dark Knight is, even at level 50/60 in comparison to Warrior. For Paladin, for the longest time, I only had a single 1-2-3 combo into an instacast combo, and that was it outside of hitting Sheltron once in a while, right? So it was baffling to me in comparison to Warrior, which has a really well fleshed out rotation, even at level 50. And that's one of the bigger reasons as well why I still gravitate towards Warrior, in fact. Gunbreaker, same issue, though I do like their DPS combo. Dark Knight, also really simplistic. It really just comes down to, you know, your 1-2-3 combo, and then popping Edge of Darkness or Floods of Darkness whenever possible. And that's about it. And it baffles me how shallow the rotations are in comparison. I don't know what's up with that. Also, are we on the right level? Looks like it. Gunbreaker's flashy as heck. I like the visuals. That's fair, yeah. Oh, there's everyone. Hi, Frey, who I'm fairly certain doesn't actually exist and is already dead, but we don't know that yet, and we just view them. We see them, but no one else does, and it's because we picked up the Soul Stone. That's my suspicion, by the way. I have no insight into the Dark Knight quest line outside of what I've done through level 49 and soon into 50. But based on the last job quest, I'm like, wait one second. Super Boiled is pretty funny. You have not to use it, but sometimes you got to use it. Yeah, that's fair. It's like, shoot yourself in the face and then pop regen. And go into combo. Science will avail you not, sir. Did you find a suspect, friend? Rose, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the realms of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words, he did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil and all those burns on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me! Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but these highborn types really do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you a rabid and begged us to put you down. Arson does pay well? My question is, how do you know that there, Couch? Hyru's very cute, loving the winter Xmas glam. Yes. I am thankful I can thank Shelby for getting me the glamour. I was very appreciative. That bollocks is the one what told me to keep going. Never partook in insurance fraud or arson. For the record. Ever a sinner such as me could find salvation in fairy's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to with all my heart, said my prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort a friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thinker, but how did he know he would confess? Well, I've seen his ilk before, a troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. He has a point. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at least confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think best we now return to the congregation to discuss how to best proceed. Alright, let's use the shard over here to go up here. This way. Out of curiosity, Cornflakes, what server are you on? On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Toriel, are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chamber at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Among Crystal, the RP zone, I joined that data because a friend of mine was on it. That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. I was suggested to join Aether, and initially was in Aether Fairy, but when our static started to create our new characters, Fairy was packed full, so we joined Siren, and honestly, it's been pretty nice. I can't complain. Don't have any complaints about Siren, at least not thus far. Do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. Such an innocuous thing to bring to our attention. Odd. My lord Toriel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. And Baked Bingus, thank you much for the sub. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. Do appreciate ya. It is little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. So we're gonna get Fendi. Fendi's what we need. Now let's pop this. I might also just shove these into my Chugwa saddlebag. That's their RP stuff is known for also, to some degree. On Aether, I don't think Siren is the main RP center, but it definitely has some RP that I have seen. I forget which one in Aether is like the dedicated RP server, but I'm sure that's listed online somewhere. Aiming, healing, casting. I'll probably stick with silver pieces on that, honestly.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
The Hearts will fall minion?
Various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard.
Archie's great. I miss Archie.
Parties who would like to see the status quo preserved.
That is very sad.
Any likely suspects spring to mind?
Oh, it's Emmerich.
Far too many to count.
You should be resting. You got stabbed.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
True. Oh, well, I think that's already happening.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Really?
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
Yeah, I was very sad.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
Look at that.
They've
One of the
taken the
clergymen.
refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
If they want to do it that way, we could just do trial by combat. I'll win every time. Especially as a warrior.
Do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
I mean...
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways. Unable to...
Theocracies are not exactly a hard thing to kill.
Given the
Oh, sorry, not exactly an easy thing to kill, rather.
A peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
But then that risks the hostages' lives.
Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
We're just going in.
At once, Lord Commander.
I wonder, is this a dungeon?
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
Ooh, I like the new gear I got. Looks very nice.
We are in your debt.
New accessories.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Why?
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
I don't know why something feels off with Atorel. There seems to be too much focus on him right now, and it concerns me. It is a little bit sus. It is a little bit sus. I look at things like from a storytelling perspective all the time, and sometimes it causes me to like look too far into things, but sometimes for the right reasons go, what are you as the author asking me to, you know, see here, right? And that's the biggest thing, is that I'm kind of looking at as like, what does the storyteller want me to recognize, or in some cases want to allude to, but not say outright? And Arturel's willingness for aid, for a lot of things, just kind of sparks a little bit of, from me. Give me the hard side, hey, yeah, it's true. Listen well, we will enter the Basilica silently via the gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. Excuse me. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I'm told one claimed to have served under Thornton the 7th might be the same true of the rest. Given the swiftness with which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes, which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Torel, you are a brave man and true. None would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Halone, as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Oh, this is just a... Really? This is just a special instance. Not even a dungeon. I was really feeling like Assault the Vault, like, was gonna be the dungeoning and all, but no. All right, let's pop Defiance. Get going. It's actually kind of cool. I like this. Hi, friends. I'm sorry, Emmerich, but I is the warrior. These are mine. Emmerich says, no, I'm the paladin. They're mine, apparently. I can't grab aggro. What is this? I physically cannot grab aggro from Emmerich. What? Apparently. Like, I understand the man's a frickin' paladin, but god dang. He's been stabbed in the gut, and here I am like, yeah, I'll take aggro. He's like, nah. Oh, let's be hearing someone. He doesn't even have anything to increase enmity, so yeah, just the game saying, screw you. Sir Emmerich's got this one. I was wrong about it. I wanted to go for Berserk. Yeah, 'tis but a flesh wound, apparently. I mean, it would make sense. Secure the hostage rows, leave the others to us. No, no.
Down with you!
Hey, you game mechanic literally just said, no, you do not do that. You kill this guy, no one else. I'm gonna stun you so you stop attacking the refugee. That's rather rude. I guess I just really need to do single target focusing. This is interesting, seeing the AIs at work. All right. This seems like a trap. None escape. Oh, get there. There's some behind us. That way. Oh, but I can't attack them. Oh, interesting. I'm only focusing on the ones in front of me.
You underestimate me.
put this much. Might as well just go into Tempest. Yeah, it's fine. Also, I'm so upset that I didn't have access to Onslaught. I've been really enjoying integrating that into my 3-part combo for extra damage. Oh, Torel not looking so good. Looks like so we have 2 paladins and a warrior here. Sir Simonard, lay down your arms, release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy you showed the archbishop. Those things? I honestly am not concerned about those. Those were dungeon fodder. Unlike you, Samaric, I'm a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be trial then. Lord Torel, Rose, leave us and save the hostages. I shall deal Sir Simonard. But I want to smack him in the face with my axe as well. Oi, oi! Stop that. Okay, I actually do need you to stop that, thank you. That's unfortunate, do not have my stomach. Can I click on the bonds, please? Can I click on the bonds, please? There we go. He was like, no, you can't do that yet. Bonds untied. Oh, it looks like Sir Emeric's Vitality. I see, we need to do that before he goes down. Understood. That's a little bit of a race against time. Right, let's grab your aggro then, and single target you. Oh, okay. So it looks like we can't let a single one of them die then. That's a bit frustrating. Like, I kind of guessed as much, but I wasn't expecting them to be taking damage that entire time as well. Yes, we'll do it normal. I figured that'd be... they would start taking damage as you encountered the enemies, but apparently not. Normally I can take my time, but not here. So this is going to be better for us to go single target for the most part. Really focus on our 3-part combos. No, you come here. Alright, so we'll get rid of their bonds. Yeah, really on a time crunch, apparently. Honestly, as they're doing that, I'm gonna already start running over here then. Having Provoke up is gonna be actually pretty significant for those knights, too. Open up, friends. As well as they're running, deal damage. So you start going back into our Refugees combo. We can build up for our future fight. Down with you! Alright, we want to focus down this one here. On the stun, you gotta make sure you can't do anything stupid, shall we? And then let's do this. That's still up for later. I was hoping to get the Storm's Path in. So this will open up over here. We'll get Emmerich to... what's his face? Alright, and I think we can ignore the majority of these. Actually, maybe we do attack these. I'll look at it. But we don't do a massive AoE, that would be fantastic. Alright, then there's another group coming up. Seems they got one of them automatically starts tagging me now. Before they weren't. Honestly, let's just go straight in for a Gilty combo. There we go. Dispatch him a little bit more easily that way. Alright, we already saw this. Ashford actually will automatically skip it. It will not, so I'll skip it for us. We saw that not long ago. Guys, we need to make sure that the hostages stay safe, first off and foremost. So let's grab the Knight of Provoke. Start taking down the Deacon here. The Deacon actually also has aggro on us, so let's start going for the Friar. Yeah, what's up, No? How you doing today, bud? Let's go with the Knight, aim the AoEs away. Actually, let's take out the Deacon first. Got it. 1, 2, Belcleve. 3. Let's release their bonds. Honestly, kind of wish that Toriel would take care of this for us, but... So we got one group there. We have a group over here on our left. Let's be quick about it. We have the Deacon now. Go into a combo. That refugee is looking worse for wear. I'm a little bit concerned. Let's free your bindings. Hi, can I do this quickly, please? Oh my word. It's so you have to click on the bonds and not the refugees, but they're so close together. That's a bit frustrating. Alright, let's hope that we don't lose to us by mere seconds. We only have one more group to save, it looks like. Swedish Chola, refugee. Wait. Where... Hold on. Where's the last refugee? Excuse me? Where am I to go? Hello? I'm very confused now. We found him over there. Emerich's about to die. And I have no idea where this last refugee is. What is going on? Because we went here. Is there another opening I didn't notice? No, there's not. So the only place I could think of is back there unless we were supposed to go back up. Which I don't think to be the case. Oh, come on! This is some BS! Because you'd think that the path would flow forward. Emmerich is at 18, I swear. Because everyone else is standing the hell around. We go here, because they're not there. Tell them to come to me now and go. Go where? Where are we going? We're gonna lose. Where are we going? There's no refugee down here, is there? Emmerich dies. Tancred's here. But there's no one. What do? I'm so confused. Like, am I missing something? Something that maybe is obvious, but maybe not to me? Because we already cleared out this area. You gotta do it real, well, so the thing is, I thought I had, but it said that we were missing a single refugee, but I couldn't find where the refugee was, is the problem. Up there. One of them you had to go back to where Alphino is, I think. Well, I think that's where I was. I'll look again, but I'm pretty sure I hit every one of the refugees. There's the one here. Unless maybe this one bugged? No, I don't think so. That one counted. So yeah, we got that one there. So that one's clear. Once the 3 refugees pop up, you gotta go back, I think. Maybe? Thing is, still said there's one other refugee left. Yeah, so I was already in this hallway. There was no one. I was very confused. Got our full Felcleave and everything up, as well as Berserk. They're back in a corner somewhere. I wish there was a little bit more guidance, yeah.
Down with you!
Down, so take care of the beacon first. Yeah, because we got the ones back here behind this gate, and the ones over there as well. That's why I'm very confused. I wish at least there was like some markers or something to make it a bit more obvious to where the refugees are. All right, well, let's take care of these guys, and then let's rinse repeat, figure it out. Berserk runs out. Oh, I didn't use it very in time. That's on me. It's rough, actually. Maybe I'll save it for the next set. Actually, you know what? No, let's pop it. Yeah, like an orange circle or something on the map would be nice. And actually, I will save it. Literally, I was running around like a chicken with its head cut off trying to find this last refugee. That's 2 of 6. Well, let's maybe... I wonder if there's 2 sets of bonds for the two individuals. As we look here, right, we see there's one group here, one group over there. We can only go right, so nothing over there. So we have the knight and then these two. Let's get the friar and then start decimating. Get rid of the deacon. Friend. Okay, so here's the bonds. We click on the bonds, and that should be bonds untied 03. Okay, 2 of 3 right there, right? Okay, so we're fine there. There's an opening here, but no one over there. So they continue. Hostages rescued 4 of 6. Okay, makes sense. So let's grab this knight and go for this deacon. So this is one refugee, it looks like. Stop this. Try and make sure we don't waste time. Let's infuriate. Okay, bonds 3 of 3 now completed. Hostages rescued 5 of 6. Okay. So the 3 we just rescued plus the 1 more. Sir Emmerich needs our help. Okay, so now we need to go to Sir Emmerich. But then why is it hostages rescued 5 of 6? Where's the last hostage? What? So I guess the idea was now... Okay, that's strange. The idea is now to help Sir Emmerich, even though there's still 1 hostage not yet rescued. Let's attack the ones in the back. Oh, they are just attacking me. That's fine. Huh.
This knight does not yield!
Friar here as well. Should they get him off the Emmerich? Actually taking a little bit away from Emmerich if possible. Oh, Emmerich's fine. I was hoping to avoid AoEs on Emmerich if that were a possibility, but I do not think it is. It still says hostages rescued 5 of 6. So I don't know, unless there's a hostage here? Am I crazy? There's no hostage here. I guess it's a hostage just later in the dungeon. Yep, there it is. Ragged Refugee. Okay, well that's... I guess I should have paid attention to dialogue being said. I was just more focused on the timeliness of needing to rescue all the hostages and not realizing that there was one more after Emmerich. So I guess that's on me, but at the same time, god dang it.
Where is he? Where is he?
Careful, Emmerich. They don't want to fall into a trap. Are you seriously about to throw a child off a bridge?
Come no closer! You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
I mean, that can be arranged.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Oh, the child. Can he actually do it? Oh, well, that face says yes. This man seriously just throw a child off a bridge? Does she get saved by Vidofnir? She gets saved by Vidofnir, right? Right? Oh no. Oh no, she just dies. In front of everyone? Not. Yeah, I was right.
What? But I...
Vidofnir. It would still probably hurt. I don't know how squishy the hide of a dragon is, but I'd imagine it'd still hurt, yes. Maybe Vidofnir used dragon magics.
Vidofnir!
I mean, I've fallen from greater heights and survived, right?
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
Nope, you are right on time, friend.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Well, that just freaking made a 180. The church now
for saving me.
Guilty of burning the homes of their citizens, plotted against Sir Amaric, and a dragon saving a child that the priest threw off a bridge. Yeah, that's a full 180 right there. The church quite literally just screwed itself. What happened to the priest? Did Sir Amaric throw him off the bridge too? Because it would be just, to be fair.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors.
He is really pretty.
I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
Hopefully one of good tidings. We kind of need that right now.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Those weren't good vibes. Those were not good vibes.
I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt.
Estinian dead.
Fare you well, mortals.
Honestly, even though the message was a little bit grim, it was quite the entrance and exit, I'll tell you what.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most Unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Say it at least. Dadmont.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause.
Without a doubt.
I share
Edmund is
your
right.
desire for lasting peace with the Giovannians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsea following you, and I could not bear
Oh,
the passing of another.
Count Edmond.
Lord Edmund.
Oh. He's great. Not so great initially, and did not like that look. Did not like that look. Bad look. It's grim tidings indeed. That was the look of a jealous son of the feelings of a father losing their own. That was bad look. That was bad vibes right there. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Sour vibes from him, seriously. Well, time scarcely does it justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let's pray that the Guardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, it is only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortune Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left her for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. Moment rose. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? He held his own in the vault. He got on well enough with Hilda. I'm not sure how to put it into words, but... trying to think as far as plot is concerned. He seemed Thancred enough. Sassy with a flair for theatrics. Nothing really stands out except the missing eye. That he did, which is especially remarkable given the injury to his eye. I can only assume that his time in the wilderness afforded him ample opportunity to compensate for his impairment. However, speak not of his physical state, but rather his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate aether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey, and when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still more than speculation until I approve. Pray speak no word of it. That would make sense. I mean, Yashola was affected as well by the banned or forbidden magics. Right then, I should be on my way. Kryl may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? Alright. Let's go to Fortune Manor. go speak to the guards so we may enter.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
So far, my favorite was one of my favorites was Harchi. Emmerich is up there as well. It's hard for me to say. I don't necessarily pick. What is this?
Shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Can I use that for my paladin? The crest of Halforton.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room.
Oh.
My father will soon step down as head of our house.
Interesting.
Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Oh.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge.
And is he afraid that he's going to give the head to Sir Emmerich? Or does he blame Sir Emmerich?
I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve. I mean, you are correct in that. And we are not responsible for the sins of our ancestors, though can do the right thing in making things right.
You sound just like him. Aye. I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way.
Okay, maybe I misjudged you at Toriel.
Will you be a sister to me as well?
For the record, I'm pretty sure Horschiffon viewed me as more than a sister, but we won't go into that.
Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
I'm pretty sure Horschiffon had a thing. Sister-in-law. Oh, yeah. Maybe Elaine seems upset about something, too. There's a lot going on in House Fortune currently.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
If you ever got time, look up Hoshiffon's Japanese VA. Man's really down bad. There's a lot of family drama.
And vows of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made in ways we could never have foreseen.
Okay, narrator. Interesting choice
Born
of
of
words
good
there.
and evil, of light and darkness.
Thank you.
And shepherded by our hand.
Japanese Horschiffon is thirsty.
Or be it for woe.
In the memories account, Edmond de Fulton, Heavensward, as goes light goes, so goes darkness. So we get the shield, kite shield. Yeah, so it looks like this would be something to create it and make it into a glamour, basically. Does not hide his "I want you in bed like now" attitude towards you in the Japanese VA. We said that we're probably just gonna grab the silver pieces here. Look at that. I mean, it seemed obvious enough even in the English VA. Orianger? Where is this? This is thy proof, the Giron Oracles. Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and of the path we have been set upon. This is in the library, is it not? Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. We still have so little information on Orianger's interactions with the Seans. Like, we saw it in post-ARR cutscenes, and we're now just getting more insight in post-Heavensward. Is a thread that has not really been tugged on. And with the Warrior in Darkness in tow as well. Who's this? Those boots almost look Garlean in nature. What is this here? Oh, this is that Ida? Yeah, that looks like Ida. And there's Papalymo. Well. Everyone has their orders. The mask will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralger, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. I was about to say, the camera angle, I understand they don't want to, like, show Yida's face, but the camera angle could have gone anywhere else, but they decided to go straight for the cleavage. They said straight for the cleavage right there. So, oh no, it should have went into my offhand item. It did, good. I was about to say, I have 0 room, and I was really scared that shield went away. If that has little glasses, makes them look weird. I agree. Now let's use this real quick. We got our Haurchefant minion. Let's go to our Chocobo saddlebag and at least deposit these 2. This is also starting to fill up as well. I would like to put this shield and make it a glamour for my paladin, ideally. Frankie was just messaging me how Butter apparently is unyielding in his attempts to claim a singular tortilla chip in the bottom of the trash can. Oh my word. You got a retainer? I do not actually. I've yet to get a retainer. I should at some point. Oh, I forgot about the high cordial as well for my Chocobo saddlebag. Like, once I start running out of space here, maybe. Though in all reality, I can probably get rid of the majority of these potions since they're not high quality. I don't think they're really all that necessary, though. Like I guess the high elixirs, probably worth keeping around out of space. I mean, it's true, though a lot of stuff I have in my inventory here, I could probably consolidate down. Like a lot of the food I can get rid of. I have a ton of materia. Let's get rid of the chives real quick. I believe you're an insta-ban. I feel like that is correct here. And goodbye. Demonic bot, agreed. Burn it. Burn it with fire! Let's see. We can get rid of the silver ore, 1 of gold ore, 2 of dark steel. We'll keep on that. You know, I actually may have needed those in retrospect, but you know, I'll hold off for now. TLDR, there's a few things that I can probably get rid of to free up some space, but not much. All right, let's take a look, make sure there's no side quests for us to do right now. There are not, so let's continue with the MSQ. Looks like we're gonna see Flahaman soon. Alphino Rose, I've been looking all over for you. We received news regarding Flahaman, Ori Boulder, and Cooltanet. Cooltanet, yes. Really, has something happened? No, it's nothing bad, quite the opposite in fact. It seems that once they learn the Scion's good name has been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Luminsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite, but what wonderful news to think that our union is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Ah, Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Menphilia. And we may have just found the answer. And the party back together. Rose, when you're fleeing Old Da with Menphilia, you said that Heidelin spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, I see no reason to suspect that it's not. It seems reasonable to conclude that Heidelin commanded her to remain behind. As say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Menphilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the aether or ripple, if you would. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Rose felled the Ultima weapon and the site of my proposal, ignominy? Yeah. It was there that Heidelin intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the aether therein. The two of you, alone? I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrol pass. Besides, if you and Rose come along, who will see to Flaman's grand homecoming? You put it like that? Very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Menphilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return, but I impose upon you to meet them at the Lominson docks. Well, it actually works out, because then I can make that shield a glamour. And I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. So looks like we are heading to Luminsa, so let's just use return instead of spending some gil, as few as it might be. And we do need to go to the docks, but before we do, we're going to go up and go to Maelstrom. Because last thing I want to do is forget about that shield. Let's see, store an item. I'd imagine that, really, it does not count. Interesting. Okay, flavor dresser it is. And we want to look at offhand. Where's the shield? Where's the shield? Where's the shield? Shield, shield. Adamantite. House Rotorm's Kite Shield. Oh, god dang it. Forgot they were in my saddlebag. Only what? One? Alright. Lower side, super upon, da-da-da. Press signatures, most imperial bonuses. I don't think that would be an issue here, right? So will also be bound to you upon removal. Proceed. Yes. Okay. And so I guess edit glimmer plates. I guess we can put it on 2 for now. Alright, can I have my clothes on, please? I forgot that it shows my headgear. I guess I'll put that there for now. Okay. Alright, well, at least we have that done and dusted, so I do not forget it. I'll put this back in the Chocobo saddlebag as well, while it's on my mind. Alright. Though, unfortunate for us, it looks like I also stumbled across another side quest that I can do. So let's take a look and see what that's all about. Storming the Hull. What exactly going on over here? Looks like it's downstairs. We'll go down the ramp then. I wonder if this is a continuation of the Mistbeard quest line. Well, look who's back in Limsa Womensa. Me and the chief were just talking about ye at the wench, you know. Gonna think of it, wait here, I'll go and get him. It's his resting day, but he wanted to speak to ye, something about Hullbreaker. Glad to see you back, Rose. Every time I hear your name, I'm reminded how you've helped me salvage that coffer from Hullbreaker Isle. You did me a great favor last. Though the rumors of Mistbeard's treasure soon died down, I couldn't abide the thought of having the Har picked apart by vultures. So I petitioned the Admiral to sanction the establishment of a camp on the island for the purpose of hosting training exercises. I reasoned that the place was remote enough to give our recruits a proper taste of combat. But truth be told, with all the administrative duties asked of them these days, I'm more worried about our finance going soft. Sparring with your comrades might keep the rust from your blade, but it won't stop it going dull. That being the case, I thought I might ask for your help in a little sharpening exercise. Remind them what it feels like to be in a real fight. I, the chief, was hoping you might run the Maelstrom training gauntlet and give our elites a good going over. Nothing too rough, like just a few missing teeth and the odd cracked ribs, savvy? Assuming you're willing, come and find me at the Morby Dry Docks when you're ready and I'll arrange passage to the Hullbreaker. For you and your mates. Okay, so this is a dungeon, it looks like. An optional one that we can do. Maybe. But we'll do that at a later time. Let's continue with the MSQ until we hit a soft cap. Which is, realistically speaking, the next dungeon, which I'm still surprised we haven't hit yet. Though this is supposedly not as long as the post-ARR content, it definitely still seems lengthy nonetheless. And they're already here too, is the funny part. Oh, Rose, have you been? Come here. Let me have a good look at you. Thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. Are worried about you all every day. Oh, she's so sweet. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tataru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hashin vessel. It pained us not being there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we, Goldenet? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. About that. About that? What do you mean she's missing? How can you let this happen? Excuse me? I didn't tell her to go back. Yell at Heidelin, not me. Forgive me. I'm sure you're doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and you'll watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime. For a certainty, there's much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains. We shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit to the Scions in a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Well, there you have it, to the Rising Stones. It's like, I'm sorry, Minfilia was on her way out with me, then she went, yeah, about that. Hyland says I have to go back, so off I go. And who am I to argue with a god? Thancred, freaking Legionnaire armor, what? Do not tell me Kryle's just like on his back. Nope.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Oh!
About our business then.
His eye's still there, but is it like Y'shtola's?
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
He is a bit short, isn't he?
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
This is awkward.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think.
Yep.
15 years passed when she was still but a child.
Getting a bit of a lore dump in front of the castrum.
Parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scion's. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future.
And that light right now is gone for Thancred.
She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
Have a good night, Cornflakes. I hope you sleep well.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
An old friend.
I mean you don't know. Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, Let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Hello, Butterboy. I've heard that you've been aggressively seeking out a lone tortilla chip in the garbage. Is that true, Butter? Are you a tortilla thief? A garbage snatcher? There are tortilla chips in an actual bag, fresh, you know. You do not need to theoretically try and steal them from the garbage. Ooh, you okay there, bud? Okay. Alright. Well, continue we shall. I had to pull him out 7 times. At that point, maybe we just give him the tortilla chip. At least let him sniff it. He's been more of a nightmare than usual. Well, he clearly wants his tortilla chip. Why? Don't know, but he clearly wants it. It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone's waiting for us just behind those doors, friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let's not keep them waiting. I wonder if we just need to show Butter the tortilla chip. Hello. Oh, this is the Thornton's Reign Ultima. I gave him one that wasn't in trash, but nope, he won the trash chip. That's awesome. Greens Rose. Yon bard has been gazing forlornly at the doors for days, awaiting your return to the 7th heaven. Pray be so kind to indulge the suffering fool and favor him with one of your epic tales. Yeah, this is extreme. It seems his inspiration has run dry once more, and only a draft of your most excellent adventuring vintage will slake his creative thirst. I was about to say, Yoshi P's insert. Hi, Butter. Rose, at last! Oh. Hi, Butter. Can you stop with the attempts to take the studio lights down? He's right now harassing one that he can't really bring down. I say that, but he'll find a way. In muted agony, I have lingered, longing to hear the hero herself speak of heroic deeds in Ishgard and beyond. The frozen tundra you braved, and into the vault of heavens you ascended, to a sacred peak, both temple and tomb, to a ruined city reborn and resettled, to a citadel of the ancients you ventured, parting the misty veil of millennia. The journey made by you and your companions has made its mark upon the stars, and I would hear the tale in its entirety. Your words have worked a miracle upon my melancholy heart. New verses arise unbidden and threaten to spill from my lips. My harp, I must have my harp! The song of war twixt worm and man some 1,000 years ago began, when mortals grasped for godly might, defaming name of king and knight. In Isla, for woe of weal, did holy will meet righteous steel, and thence was high a divinity, compelled by light to bend the knee. What say you? Have I captured the spirit of your triumph? Pray forgive any small liberties I may have taken to the details. One cannot evoke the proper picture of your glory without a certain measure of embellishment. I do want to do the extremes. I really do. I'm excited to do them eventually. Okay. On to the next. We have a few things in here. Eliane, Ephemi. It fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy, and what of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. Ah, we could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a bloody tear to my eye. To secrete oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land is a tale we know all too well. When they are all well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there's no need to be shy. Thirst Queen. Pray grant me a moment longer at least, though I'm happy to oblige you. My legs are rather less accommodating. Ocher, 1 in 7 hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona. Why you, brother, and the scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me you trained with the Hanish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. Talk to her, trust me. Oh my decisions. Eh. So I imagine deciding between one of 2 boulders. Talk about wanting to be between a rock and a hard place. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but to think of those who have yet to return. Once you have settled in, I would join the search. Or I guess in this case, the want to be between a boulder and a hard place. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Minfilia, Yida, Papilimo, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. It's fun to check in with her. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Vitality, crit. Honestly, neither one of these are really beneficial to me. I should honestly just be eating the food that I get half the time, regardless of the stats. Let me actually start doing that just to try and get rid of some of the stuff. I mean, this is actually not bad, but it's not high quality. I know Shelby can make better food than this. The World of the Mother. Thing and Carl contacted us a short while ago. It seemed that their foray into Castrum Meridium bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Y'shtola in Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Let's head over to Idleshire then, shall we? Oh, before I do, I'm noticing this. Who's in the solar? Speak with... Yeah, actually, no, who is here? My thanks for coming. Who the hell are you? Unu Kalhai is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as icons. You're aware of the threat, you say. Ah, but I speak not of the primals with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. I may interest you to know that the term icon and the beings to which it refers precede the Garlean Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which the Aliens called godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them, and the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Allag, has simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Orianger. Ah, Urianger, how kind of you to join us. As the Royal Light's comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The icons of Eld in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allegan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Alec, who devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you well know, for Allegans also learned how to harness the icons' power. They refined this knowledge at the Aether Chemical Research Facility on Isla, and within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. It was first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad that the Archbishop did seek Isla. But in the wake of his defeat, the bodies which confined the icon were severely damaged. Doubt not but that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny, and yet were the Warring Triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is still hope. Though swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods were returned, I fear summoned once more by their worshippers, and a strength far superior their previous incarnations. I speak of the primals Ravana and Bismarck. I'm pretty sure I just watched Ravana get felled once again by the Warrior of Darkness. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the Icon's awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those Icons and their fitful slumber. I shall return to the Waking Saiyans forthwith and consider much measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Unu Kalhai shall assist thee. Rest assured, he is not our enemy for the time being, at least. That's a strange statement, Oriolanger. Okay. Interesting. Oh, you're still here. If we are to prevent the awakening of the Warring Triad, then Bismarck must be cast down once more. I'm aware of the rather unorthodox method you employed to lure out and slay the White Whale before, and had a mind to follow established precedent. That said, islands are not easy to come by. If I should hope it is not necessary, but you may as well show this gemstone to Chief Sonu. You will know it is the weeping eye of the Manuka Manai, and it will ensure that he's completely committed to our cause. Not sure whether to trust the kid. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and before you ask, I've already informed Master Garland of our plans. He is currently en route to the Blue Window. Interesting. How many quests am I at? 23. I'm fine then, for a little bit. As you prepare yourself for battle, so too does Ravana. Within Thok as Thok, he builds his strength, feeding upon the prayers of his innumerable children. But those same children will not suffer you to live should you surrender yourself to them a second time. Nay, you must devise a new way of approaching the Lord of the Hive's domain. Consult with the storyteller, the Elder of Vath, and he will aid in this endeavor. Take this bauble. It is known among the Nath as the Burning Eye of Ravana. When the time comes, you'll know what to do. How are you getting these relics? What's this? Oh, the Warring Triad, I see. The time has come, Warrior Light. We must move against the Warring Triad now or suffer the consequences. The seals cracked and icons stir. Should they be allowed to awaken and resume their titanic conflict, it will be alike to the coming of a second calamity. You, Rose, will represent our best hope of eliminating this threat. You said the very act of entering the containment facility itself presents certain unique challenges. So unique, in fact, I struggle to locate an individual with the requisite talents to surmount them. Were it not for the impressive diverse connections of your fellow scions, I might still be searching. Happily, however, they are able to furnish me with a suitable candidate. Now, along with you and your Echo-blessed companions, all the pieces we need to proceed with this deadly game are arrayed upon the board. Victory hinges upon no less than the total destruction of the Warring Triad. But we must also wear the interference of those who covet the Allagan's primal harnessing technology. I speak, of course, of the blindly grasping hand of the Garlean Empire and its fumbling agents. The ignorant meddling of the Empire will serve only to hasten the Icon's awakening. It is my master's desire that a triad be dispatched before Imperial forces delve too deep. Your master's desire. Who are your masters is the question here. Being the nearest to wakefulness, the Icon Sephiroth shall be your first adversary. Make your preparations and join me on the flagship in Isla. We shall speak further there. Interesting. Pleasure always, Rose. What you'd ask of me? Tell me about yourself. I'm Unu Kalhai, and I serve a friend. A friend. Is it Orianger? Lest you wonder why one so young was chosen for the task is because I have, how shall I put this, an intimate knowledge of the primal mind. You're curious, I am sure, but you need not understand the nature of power to use it, do you? It is much the same with the Echo, I imagine. I mean, we've seen before where people can summon primals. Gilgamesh is a great example. Isael is a great example. So, is this here a primal? Ah, yes, this begins the Allagan, the beings of the Allagan's dubbed icons, how much we have yet to learn. Precisely how they stand apart from primals, we have yet to determine. If they were summoned in a similar manner, then who was responsible and how had they managed to endure for millennia? We have gained some understanding of the Dark Divinity's true nature, yet he is but one of many and far from the most powerful. The Warring Triad, whom the Allagans imprisoned within the centrifugal crystal engine of their research facility, concerned me the most of all. The infinite powers beyond comprehension, were they released unto this world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Simply put, that cannot be allowed. The very fate of this star hangs in the balance. Fortunate we are, then, that you have risen to challenge. Warrior of Light, your triumphs over the primals are an inspiration, a shining example that future generations would be wise to follow. I have thus decided to keep a detailed history of your battles against the Warring Triad. The journal will be available to you here should you ever wish to peruse its pages and reflect upon your deeds. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Doesn't look like there's anything here, so let's continue with the MSQ, shall we? My apologies, I see I am the last to arrive, so what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the aether at the scene of the Ultima Weapon's destruction, a ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore strong resemblance to those observed following destruction of the Isle of Vow, when I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the Blessing of Light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to Gilty aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a far more recent disturbance. Hydaelyn, there is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appears that not 2 but 3 beings had been affected. Yet, unlike Y'shtola and Thinkrid, there was no trail to follow, or our unknown third party was simply there and then not there. Now recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in a sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You're implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her body and soul unto the ethereal sea. In which case, we must needs continue our search there for a blessing. The means to do so already exists. I speak of the Anti-Tower, a Charlene construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Anti-Tower. I had no idea. And our course is clear. Must petition her aid once again. Master Matoya has all the answers. Alright, there's no aetherite, so I always want to try and fly here, and it never works. Never does, never will, I imagine. But let's go back through this area. I don't think we have any side quests here. Let's take a look. We do not. Yeah, our journal is getting filled up just a little bit. We'll need to clear through these, though I'm thinking that we are quickly approaching the next dungeon, which means that for the rest of tonight and probably a little bit of tomorrow, we'll be able to get through a lot of these side quests. At least those which are also not dungeons, mind you. Below, I think like right through here, if I'm seeing correctly. Hello, froggy friend. Oh, what a surprise! Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask you to grant us entry to the Anti-Tower, that we might use it to seek a friend we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that's no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt for sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted that title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Anti-Tower was sealed save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? Well, Master Matoya, we will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. That's ominous! Rose can go. Take the magicless rogue too, if you like. Matoya calling out Thancred right here. He's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work. I'll hear no argument. Those are my terms. Oh, and I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Rose. Are we gonna glance over the magicless rogue? Thancred, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick of aether, so close to the ethereal sea, would be to risk further impairment, or worse. But Minfilia could be in there, waiting for us. And you could die, and for what? If she is waiting beyond, Rose will find her. Trust in her, have faith. Damn it all. Bring her back to us. All right, and that is, in fact, our soft cap. Let me actually open up Discord so I can let my static know what the next dungeon is, since I have now officially hit it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So it is... Is it just called the Anti-Tower? Dungeon. I guess I'll name the quest the World of the Mother. All right. Well, there that is. I'll go over to it just to confirm that. Oh no, it's literally right here. Yeah, so never mind. I was like, I'll go over to it, make sure I don't need to touch anything. Nope, it's right there. The Anti-Tower is a fun one. I look forward to it. I'm at the point where I don't know any of the content, which is kind of insane to think about. But we can check this off our list for right now. So I guess let's start making our way through everything else. Let's go to the Helix. There is, in fact, a quest right here we can complete. Oh, it's this one, that's right. The fabled ice slide, heard stories, but who would believe such a technological marvel could exist and floating in the sky at that? If only my master could see me now. But this is not the time for gawping. Come, let us begin our work on the Anima weapon. So I imagine this is the next relic weapon, long story short. Maybe. Interesting. Soul without life. So this is a reoccurring thing that I can do? Alright, I'll probably leave that for another time. I just have to remember that it exists in the first place, though. I guess eventually I do need to, or will make my rounds at the beast tribes and whatnot to increase my favor of them. But the recurring missions I will wait to partake into another time where I have less to do. You need to go up. I think it should be over here-ish. Nope, still further up. About to reach it too. Still up. Still up. There we go. This is the place where light. Here we will find the containment facility wherein entities of incalculable power lie chained, their fathomless energies siphoned away by elegant devices. As I warned you, Sephiroth poses the most immediate threat. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to consciousness, thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual whom I spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Let's continue inside and wait before the doors up to the containment facility. Oh wait, actually, are we going in? This isn't a dungeon or a trial. Here's Orianger, Kryl, and Y'shtola. You've not been waiting long, I trust. We are eager to lend whatever cooperation you may to your mission, Rose. Orange has another gigantic FF reference? Yeah. was an honor to meet you at last. I know of only one Mikote Scion. You must be Archon Ishtola, meaning your diminutive companion is Mistress Kryl of the students of Baldesion, correct? Diminutive? Perhaps there had been some mistake. I assumed it was for my knowledge and not for my statue that you requested my assistance. The mistake is mine. My apologies that I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceed directly to the matter of our objectives. Your adversary is the icon Sephiroth of the Warring Triad, otherwise known by the historians of Allagans as the Fiend. He is once the patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings native to Meracidia, but was subdued by the Allagan Empire after a lengthy war of attrition. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use as a power source. Even now, Sephiroth is neither truly living nor dead, his mind bound in a dream while his body energies are harnessed by Allagan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate into aether lies in his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not only to bind him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. Meaning it will be all but impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place. Yes, remove them, however, and we risk allowing an unfathomably powerful and doubtlessly vengeful icon to run rampant. It seems we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening. A most succinct assessment, Mr. Kryl. While I was aware that the Echo provided you with uncanny insight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. If only my gift offered such detailed analysis, which is to say it doesn't. I really took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It will be Rose and I, after all, who enter the Icon's den. Indeed, given the nature of our adversary, none save those under the aegis of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that's settled then. I will disable the restraints, and Rose and her gifted adventurer friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better than the other way around, I'd say, considering our respective fields of expertise, and of course my diminutive stature. Right, it's time I had a little chat with the doorkeep over there. Okay, so this looks like it is a dungeon/trial. Activating verification systems, lifting access restriction to Triad control. I had no idea the Baldesion curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls for Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave their operation to you. When we locate the controls, mayhaps my words were unclear. Only those blessed with the Echo may safely enter the facility. Your concerns for my sanity is touching but unnecessary. Suffice to say, I'm in no danger of falling under the Icon's sway. Because they're primal! Warning, verifications detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. The Garleans. Come, Moriange, must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified, but I can't say very well leave every deadly task to you Scions. According to the histories, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, but enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Allagans, and that more than once. To cut a long story short, we have to get this right. I shall do my best not to wake the Icon up too much. As my grandfather always used to say of certain little monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. Containment base, XIV now accessible. Alright, we'll check that off of the list. And something that I would like to do with my static. When the bow wakes. Let's see. Again, we can check this one. And I guess let's go talk to the people of Lost Astvath about Ravana. Check for any other side quests around here. So far, none. pretty quick. Ah, our hunter friend, welcome. You come hunting gods once more. The non-mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Ever more rapturous do the one mind grow as they seek offerings to glut our deity's insatiable appetite. Another path to our god's domain. Yes, yes, there is but one way. You must seek out the Gain Hive on the far side of the colony and attune your spirit to the Aetheryte ensconced within. But the deed is not possible. We hear that the crystal is warded by ancient ritual magics. The One Mind have woven the seal such that only the most worthy of warriors shall be granted leave to enter Thok as Thok, and they do not share with the non-mind what they consider worthy. Oh, I think I know exactly where that is. Alright, let's head over there. This will unlock... I imagine this would be Ravana Extreme, right? Because we obviously already did Ravana Hard. Because all the trials, I guess, are considered hard after ARR. So this would more likely than not be the Extreme Ravana. Demon, out of curiosity, do you know the best way to search for another group of 4 for the extremes? Obviously, there's like the party finder, but outside of that, is there like a Reddit or Discord that you would recommend as well? Let's attune with the Aetheryte. Eddie pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetheryte, nothing much happens. Out of habit, you tune to the Aetheryte, and once more, nothing happens. Well, it is now accessible. And Thok around the clock. Alright, let's go talk to the Vanu then. About Bismarck. There is. Can we find her on the website? Maybe Discord and a Reddit, not too sure. Oh, I just hung out with my FCs and stuff. That's fair. Yeah, right now our FC is 4, maybe 5, 6 strong. We have some other sprouts who are coming up through ARR, but it might be a while before they get to Heaven's Ward. The Tramontane returns, and with it the white, so too comes the great Netherling warrior. Like double rainbows in the mist, Sonu knows what to make of this, an eye in the hands of a Netherling. Storm clouds of the Vundu are no match for the eye's match. Our might, smash it against the Aetheryte in the Whale's crown, and he will be vulnerable once more. Bind him with chains of steel and drive him from clouds of cloud sea. Returns zephyr, winds, and sunlight to our lands. Do that. What's also with this? Don't mind just absolutely embarrassing things I can enjoy with unsing slaughtering. You don't mind just absolutely embarrassing in things. Absolutely embarrassing things with unsync slaughtering. Well, so wouldn't we, if we wanted to actually do the trial, we would want it synced, right? Because that's one thing that I want to do, especially with the extremes. I really do want to like learn the mechanics and not just complete it for the sake of completing, but like actually complete an extreme. Oh, and just nuke it. Yeah, in that case, I know at least I would. I don't know about my static, but I would definitely be more for actually like learning the mechanics and doing it synced. I think it would be rewarding to do. I know it's older content, so not a lot of people probably would be for it, so we might have to seek our friends who play the game. I know my static has a few who they might be able to see about doing a data center transfer. The great Netherling warrior who chased the clouds from our land returns like gentle zephyr wind. Sanu has plea and hopes Netherling lands in the ear. Zundu take shelter from the Vundu storm by virtue of peace offerings and respect commanded by Zundu chief. Now, though, the rains threaten to fall again. The symbol of chief's power is the great mask he wears, a mask that grows old and worn. A chief who wears shabby mask is a chief who commands as much respect as a summer day's drizzle. Tribal mask is made from the scale of the Wakion, a great Sanua, who nests on Neverreap, where the Vanu are forbidden to go. The wicked Vundu seek to hoard power and influence for themselves. They seize control of Neverreap and forbid poor Zundu from entry. But they cannot keep out the great Netherling who tamed the white. Go to Neverreap Netherling and snatch the scale of the Waukion from the Vundu's evil clutches. Tonu Vunu will be your guide. He awaits you outside the village. Pray go swiftly, Netherling, and chase away the coming storm. So we have a few things to do, it seems. Well, let's do the thing that's closest to us, then. Not sure which one, whether this is Bismarck or not. Either way, we'll take care of these side quests and then move on to the next. Now, once we finish up with the side quests, we'll start working on our goldsmith again, I think. Ugh. Because it looks like this is Bismarck. They are Rose. The Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart whenever you are. Say again, Chief Suna wants you to smash some gemstone against an aetheroid to dispel a barrier of storm clouds. I even know where to begin. Bah, the hells of it, maybe it'll bring us good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. That's Tonuvanu. It looks like that is over here. I mean, it's actually on our way to the other one, so that works out. We actually don't have many more side quests to go, whether it be for dungeon unlocks or otherwise. So soon enough we'll be pretty much caught up with everything. Side quests and all. I'll go around this rock, and I think it's up there. Yeah, we see the aetheroid. So that is perfect. We'll go here and smash some rocks together, and hopefully it works out. After pause, you smash a gemstone against the aetheroid, nothing much happens. Out of habit, you tune with the aetheroid, and once more, nothing much happens. Alright, and so that is the Diabolical Bismarck. Let's check that offer list. And head over towards the other marker here. Looks like it's actually below us, ever so slightly. Alright. Excuse me. So hopefully we're able to get to the anti-tower, maybe not tomorrow, but like Thursday at the absolute latest. And we can also try and make our way through a few dungeons while we're at it. Extremes, of course, we'll need to plan with a group in some capacity. See how long that takes, though. So let's go up. Looks like it should be right over here. Looks like this is a dungeon, too, actually. I just realized one look at the marker. Tonuvanu waits for the Netherling warrior, and Netherling warrior comes. Netherling braves the Braves never reach to achieve Waukion scale for Zundu, someone whose heart flutters in the gentle winds of Netherlands' kindness. Neverreap is a sacred land to the Vanu Vanu, but Vundu come with their wicked ways and transforming Netherreap into a tempest of terrors. Watch tail feathers, Netherling. So reap what you sow. We can mark off. Let's see, reap what you sow. Done and dusted. Let's meet Denston at Morby Dry Docks then, which I imagine will unlock us another dungeon as well. It seems that the majority of these are dungeon unlocks. Ever since we took control of that rock, it's been my job to keep an eye on the skies over the Ciel Dales. When the misty mane o' the Doxy's pole sweeps in, there ain't no point weighing acre as ye can't see an ilm in front of your face. Long story short, I have to stay here and watch the weather, but I'll be listening out for word o' how you get on. Thanks for agreeing to do this, by the way. Having a fabled hero like yourself go through the same regiment as the infantrymen will do wonders for morale. Any road, the weather seems to be behaving just now, so let me know when your crew's ready to be ferried over. We'll get everything else in place. In the meantime, give them Storm Elites a bloody nose from me, eh? So that, yeah, Hullbreaker. Okay, that's hard, so we can do that. That's not an issue. Storming the Hull, though, we'll check off the list. Let's see here. Storming the Hull. Done and dusted, and we are literally on the last 3. The thing is, we have everything checked off that we can't necessarily do right now. We are at 25 of 30, so I desperately need to get some of these off my plate. And I'm getting the feeling that this is going to be an extremely unlock from the Nothnir. Either that or hard, but I'm feeling extreme. Well, has something to do with Nidhogg, of course. Thou hast discharged the duty admirably, child of Mogholm. And greetings to thee, warrior of warriors. Thou dost have my gratitude for thy hasty arrival. I bid thee hence to Som Al to aid in the quieting of these sacred grounds. When Nidhogg did meet his end, his minions quit the slopes of the mountain, and once tranquil passage had become home to all manners of beastly intruders. And worse, the fires at the core of Som Al rage and swell as if roiled by some unwelcome parasite. The spirits of fallen will find no rest until the disturbance is calmed. Don't hesitate to ask for an unsynced run purely to get them off your journal, and then you can go for a serious run at any time. That's true. That's true. We have a lot of hards that we can probably get through first before I have to go through and do those. Thus would I have thee descend unto the mountain's depths and sweep clean Som Al's stony halls. Would that I could perform the deed myself, alas, my girth prevents ready passage through the caverns leading unto the mountain's molten heart. Wilt thou accept this challenge I lay upon thee? Thou art generous of spirit, child of man. Know that I shall not sit idly by whilst thou toilest within. Those winged nuisances whose screeches rend the air above the summit will soon learn of my displeasure. I sincerely hope Fidelfir never thinks of me as a winged nuisance. Anyways, good luck in there, Rose. Yep, some all hard. So there's a decent amount of hard dungeons we can probably get off the list. Fires of Som Al. There it is. Because we even have a few, like, 50s that we need to do. Though this is an extreme, isn't it? Yeah, that's Garuda Extreme. That's Odin not Odin Extreme, that's Striking Tree. Corpse Groom, though, is Tam Tam Hard. Drop Dead Siva Extreme, that's an extreme. That's an extreme. That is not an extreme, that is a trial question mark, I think. That is just MSQ. That is the Hildebrand quest line, which I do need to finish up. That's Gilgamesh's trial. Looks like we have Satasha hard, Sunken Temple hard, Endemir Keep hard, Wanderer's Palace hard. This is an extreme. Right? This is considered an extreme, right? The Ultima Ballad. Blood for Stone, Stone Vigil hard. This is Never Reap, which we just haven't done Tyriad. That is something different. Yeah, all XEs. Yeah, that's what I figured. I've done one XE, and mind you, it was a blind run. I think I had it saved on channel now to think about it. I think I did it live on stream. We ran a duty roulette for it, and we ended up getting into an XE with people for the Ultima XE. And that was a fun one. I actually really enjoyed that because we were all new to it, and so we were all learning the mechanics. And I think after 3 wipes, I looked up some of the mechanics, and we were able to get it eventually. That is another hard. So we have a decent amount of hard dungeons that we can probably get through. The Arboretum as well. All right, let's go to. Of course, we were already up here, and then we must have forgot to talk to Wedge. You have this and then Cloud Top, and those will be the last 2 side quests that we have as of right now. Well, we'll head back to Ul'dah to continue our grind with the Goldsmith and try and catch that up to the rest of my quest lines, I suppose. Yeah. Hello, Wedge, me friend. Oh, there you are, Rose. I've been waiting for you, and so has an old friend of ours. Remember Gilly, don't you? I was feeling awful lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. But now look at her. System's down, no power to utter even a single blip. Doesn't it just break your heart, Rose? Left alone in the wasteland for thousands of years, just waiting for someone to help, and as soon as she's done her duty, clunk, tossed aside like a rusty old suit of armor. Well, I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. I'm going to bring Gilly back to life, and you're going to help me. At first, I had my mind to fix her up myself, but I fear she's proven beyond my abilities to repair. That's when I hit upon it. We found a new body for Gilly. We could transfer personality and memories right into it. It'd be like she'd never left. I know what you're thinking, and just where are we going to find this new body, Wedge? I've got 3 words for you. The fractal continuum. Continuum is an old warship that is converted into a museum of Allegan technology. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it'll be there, and it's just a short trip away from the matter conduit to boot. You'll go, won't you, for Gilly's sake? Oh, looks like we don't have much of a choice. Examine the Allegan teleporter. Ah, up here. Let's do east. Alright, so I'm gonna imagine this is another hard dungeon that we're unlocking here. Alright, things teleport me to touch. Transport is available from this location to the Fractal Continuum, the greatest storehouse of technological marvels in all of Alec. The Fractal Continuum is temporarily closed to tourists. Access is limited to those with level 3 clearance or higher. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate ya. Unauthorized visitors will be moved via the Continuum's anti-intruder defense system. Thank you, and we hope to enjoy your visit. Alright. Fractal Continuum is now available. Do it for Gilly. We can check that off of our list. Alright, last but not least, let's go seek some insight into the Sky Pirates, shall we? Looks like we can find them right over here. On Tremont. The supply airship has gone missing, you say? Well, that would certainly explain why our provisions are so late in arriving. I did in fact spy a vessel charting an erratic course northwards a short while ago, but it seemed disinclined to make port here. I paid it little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, I grant you, but I have witnessed naught else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured, I will send word if I spy any other sign of our errant supply ship. Alright, so right over there. Probably right... Actually, so that's the foot. It's a little bit further in, it looks like. I want to be a little bit further up as well, so we don't face plant into the rock. Alright, alright. This is in fact Sky Pirate. Aid! Aid, I say! These villains mean to plunder my cargo! What have you got here, then? Think you're some sort of hero, do you? Well, yes, in fact. I have saved Eorzea on a number of occasions. A smug-looking prick. Well then, you won't mind if me mates here join the fun and make for a more heroic tale, won't it? The tale how 3 scarts fed a meddling little shite her own bloody eyes. You guys are idiots. What in the world? What the? Oh gods, I know that ship. It's... Who is it? Who dis? So, you're the Scrags would have been dragging our good name through the mud. You're Red Bill Leofard. We ain't done naught to you or yours. What do y'all want with us? They seem quite scared. Looks like they're a gunbreaker too. I think I've made me position pretty clear. You take on the mantle Sky Pirate. You agree to a certain code of conduct, and codes ain't worth much if folk go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad, and we can't have that. No hard feelings though, eh? Are they just dead? Oh, thank you, Mr. Leofard. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employer does business in Ishgard, he likely knows a merchant or two with what trades with me associates. Tell him to say it's for Leofard, and any reward should reach me soon enough. Alright then. As for you, adventurer, tain't often someone beats me to the scene, but then I'd expect not less from a hero such as yourself, Rose. That is, you are, ain't it? I don't know too many other lasses with one of them marvelous mana cutters the Ironworks dreamed up. Well, then it seems you saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I've been hoping to have a word with you see. I'll put it to you straight, I need someone to help out with a little venture I have in mind. Someone used to taking a few risks. Now, this wouldn't be no Blackhearted Brigand's work, so don't go worrying yourself on that account. Like them with even courage just now, I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to go where you will, to find out what lies beyond the next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me standard in the northern reaches of the Blue Window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you. Alright, interesting. I was kind of hoping to smack those Sky Pirates in the face, but I guess not. Alright, looks like we go further up here. Into slightly uncharted territory. I'm going to bet it's down there on that island that we see in front of us. So I think this should be the right angle, maybe a little bit further down. We'll get there at the right spot. Let's see if I'm right. I feel like we might be a little shallow here, but so far it's looking good. Actually might be too steep of an angle. I think we're going to touch ground before we make it to the other side. Unfortunate. That's far enough, stranger. If you value your life, tell me true. Did you stumble across the marker by chance, or are you here by invitation? Then you'd make, that would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met. Name's Stasia. Leofard would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel more like his bloody nursemaid, God's truth be told. Anyways, my thanks to you for coming to hear him out. If you'd follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest. Oh, this is interesting. I was expecting just another dungeon, but this seems like a quest line within itself. Look at this. This is cool. So I wonder if there's another hub area or what the relevance of this area is. Is Leofard asleep? I come to you in person and still you refuse my offer, arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Radlia, I bow to your superior knowledge, but that's all the bowing you'll get from me. As I've told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lackey. But my dear Leofard, what else do you propose to survive an expedition into the ghost ship? I'd fear for my life if not but your feeble crewmates at my back. While I'd fear for my life of your mangy crew at my back on account of them being murderous, untrustworthy bastards to a man. Touched a sore spot, eh? I thought you cleverer than this, Red Bill, but no matter, I always get what I want in an end. 'Tis merely a question of method. Interesting. Some competition, I see. Now there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leofard's little birds. She's a guest. You understand the concept, don't you? You know when someone is invited instead of just bursting through the door whenever she damn well pleases. Things get a little bit tense here. That was Rodlia, captain of the Talon. She knows Leofard's the best sky pirate alive, and the fact he won't join her sticks in her craw. Yo, what's up, Subjective? How you doing today? You're gonna let them talk to you like that, Captain? You should teach them Red Bills some respect. Patience. When all of this is over, we shall see who rules the skies. Well, she's up to no good. Not too bad, not too bad. Cannot complain. That's a lot of treasure there, friend. I wonder who that's a portrait of. Where have the times gone when I had a baby beard? Yeah, it's been a while. I actually do need to get it shaped up a little bit. And starting to get a bit unruly as far as the sides are concerned. Brushing it out, like the funny thing is, if I brush it out, it gets a whole lot longer. Oh, there, hero. I promise you high adventure, and high adventure you shall have, for we plan to board the Sea of Clouds' very own ghost ship. Or what folk have taken to calling one anyway. Every day for the past few weeks has brought with it new sightings of the same stealth vessel, a massive airship of queer design adrift on the wind. Being a curious lot, there are a few buccaneers who tried exploring below decks, but not one of them been seen since. And so naturally, they're saying the ship is cursed, well, haunted. Thankfully, no, I am wise to getting food stuck in there. I promise. Like I said, an honest to good God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Alligans, but we won't know for sure until we've had ourselves a good poke around inside and liberated whatever ancient treasure she's got moldering away in her hold, of course. But before we start dividing up the spoils, we gotta find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. Finding her will be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer what ain't afraid to fling herself face first into the jaws of danger. Now, I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and glory and I'll wager you're still an adventurer at heart. So what say you Rose fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bills? Damn game. And it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate Utata. Utata. She's been working on the way to track the vessel. Utata. Yeah, there we go. I swear the names sometimes. So we back there? Nope, we are no longer at there. Gotta love a lot of fellow names, honestly. Greetings, the name's Utata. I suppose you'd call me the Red Bill's chief of engineering, smithing, carpentry, magitech. If it's part of an airship, I can fix it. Just don't expect to see me waving a cutlass and swinging over the rails. If there's fun to be done, well, that's what we have you for. I appreciate the apology. Yeah, we do ask that you guys try and keep it chill in the chats from time to time. It is appreciated, as from an outside perspective, one might not understand that it is a joke. But no worries, we try and keep a wrap on it. Well met, ladies and gentle pirates. Now that we appear to have our hero, I'm happy to report that we've overcome the last obstacle to boarding the ghost ship. Meaning your project is proceeding as planned? That it is, Captain. I knew this would be the perfect place to take readings. The scant amounts of background aether make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. Hey, that's awesome. Congratulations. I imagine that means that you can play some games with some higher graphics. In this case, some Minecraft shaders, always an improvement. The ghost ship has what Utata tells us is a unique etheric signature. She's been building a device that can sniff out this particular spectral flavor and point us in the right direction. I call it the Ecto Compass. Allows me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movement and plot a reliable intercept course. No groping blindly through the clouds for us. All the ships are loaded and ready to fly. Just say the word, Captain. Utata, you best stay here at a harm's way. Keep an eye on them aether trails, eh? Aye, Captain. Grab an armload of treasure for me. Now I've got no way of knowing what's waiting for us on the cursed Hulk Rose, so you best bring along a few mates what you know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as how we'll be going in first and all. I did tell you you'd be going in first, didn't I? Well, you will. The rest of us will be gone in the rear just in case Rodlia and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they ain't wanted. Don't worry, she'll not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path into the ship's belly. Like 24 of them. Oh, is it a raid? But I need to upgrade. When I saw that my GPU was minimal prime for like half the new games. But yeah, that's rough when that's the case. And honest to God's ghost ship. Oh ho ho! This is going to be an adventure and a half. So this is a raid. It sounds like. Enter the Void Ark. Let's take a look. I really do wish that it told you how many people were needed for a dungeon raid or otherwise in the journal. I don't understand why it doesn't. Because if I go to Duty Finder, right, I believe it does. But for some reason, it doesn't otherwise. The Void Ark. 1 to 8 players. 3 parties of 1 tank, 2 healers, 5 DPSs. So yeah, this is the raid. Role and item restrictions are lifted for 24-member alliances. Oh, interesting. So 1 to 8 players minimum, but normally it is 24-member alliances. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's why you have to have that information in Duty Finder. I just, like I said, I wish it would just tell me otherwise. It would be really nice. 1 to 8 players. Oh, interesting. 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS. This is only an 8-person. I would have expected this to also be a full 24-man for Fist of the Father. Interesting. No, don't want to do that. This is 1 to 8. 1 8-man, 1 24-man per expansion. Gotcha. This is blue, obviously is going to be 8. That's going to be an 8. That's going to be an 8 as well, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, that is officially all of those off the table then. You know what I should do since we're here? Let's do a... Oh, except I can't... I was gonna say, let me do a Dark Knight daily, but I can't level restrict it. Also, it looks like I have something soulbound. Or spirit bound, rather. Let's grab that. Do I want to do my daily on my Dark Knight? I might as well. It's daily roulette, leveling. So can I change that? I cannot. Minimum item level. Oh wait. Limited leveling roulette. Limiting leveling roulette dues. Be within 8 levels of the lowest level party member. Parties must meet minimum size requirements. Okay, so, and I do not, so. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's just, in that case, send it on the daily leveling for Dark Knight. And we'll get through this daily, and then I guess we'll attempt to do the Goldsmith daily. So let's take a look at what that looks like over in Lemsa while we are waiting to find a group of 3. I do need to keep in mind in this daily that I am a squishy tank, and unfortunately I am prone to death with very little recourse as a Dark Knight. Alright, let's see. Provisioning mission. Silver Circlet Aquamarine. Alright. This does not seem too bad at all. So, aquamarine. Oh, I need crafting method for this. Raw aquamarine, gathering, and bloodshore. So in that case, let's go grab that. In Costa del Sol, we need just one. Though I am betting that there's not much of a way for me to avoid getting more than. This. Let's see. Yep, so looks like we'll end up getting 2 here. Alright, that's fine. Let's switch over to Goldsmith. And let's craft this up real quick. Let's synthesize this. Let's go innovation into basic standard. Hasty. Master's Mend. Oh, do I not have enough? Oh, I thought I had enough to go into a waste knot. I do not, but thankfully got a Tricks of the Trade. That actually could have been bad. I think we just go into Hasty Touch and hope for a high quality then. So far, doing well. I can do... Unfortunate, but lucky. We got very, very lucky. I forgot that I did not have the 18 for the Veneration. I got extremely lucky there with the condition. Alright, well that worked out, thankfully. Let's use that in our silver ingot. And we would only need 2, right? Because that is an added 19, so 57. So it would get us to 114 from Veneration 2, so we need 20 left over. Let's, in that case, just go through Basic Touch, Standard Touch to start off with. And let's go Standard. Oh, god dang it. Let's pop this. Master's Mend. I have 30 seconds. We got it. 25. Come on, come on, come on! Faster! I get it leveled up. Ooh. Talk about a close one there. I'm insane on a party. Alright. This is Stone Vigil, is it not? Which can mean that we could be in a bit of trouble if our healer is not well equipped. Let's consider that as we do continue into the dungeon then. We already are kind of a bit lower than I would like as far as health is concerned. Alright, let's hit these here. Pop our arm's length and go from there. Oh, that's concerning. That's odd. Let's continue now. I think we're good to do so. Let's pop one. to keep moving them. And I'm stuck on a chair. That was fantastic. Something gets stunned. Interesting. I'm already a little bit concerned here, so let's stop for a moment. Regular room 3. Once we get down to 3, we should be fine. And I think we hit the wall without issue. Cool. Love to see it. Let's just go into our single target combos at this point. Hold on to any of our mitigation for now. Make our lives a little bit easier during the boss fight. Alright, let's pop a ready check, make sure we're good. And good. That's it. Single target now. That's why you need to not stand in front of him! Oh, by the gods. Alright. That's concerning. Do not want to pop reprisal there if I could help it. Outside of that. Love. Okay, someone did assume me. We love that. Must be clicking just a little bit early at times. I'm missing my timing window. It feels. Alden, I will greed that. And let's continue, shall we? Pass. Got a little bit singed there, but we're good. 1 and 2. On to the next group. Cut off momentarily here, but we're fine with that. Alright, I think we do stop here, lest we do die, I fear. I think I'll need to pop Rampart too. I hate that I'm having to pop so much mitigation. I think we should be fine here. That was a little bit dicey, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks like we're good. So now let's keep on moving. We'll see some elementals here in a second. Or rather some sprites. Let's do these. I kind of hate having to deal with their range in other instances. Let's do that before we move on to the next group. I feel like we're doing a whole lot less damage than we should be, and I don't know why that is. Not us specifically, but our DPS is. with this group. There'll be another one coming up as well. Oh no, that's later. That's right. And I think we've hit the wall. Alright, good stuff. I don't need to pop much mitigation, but actually I'm fine popping Reprisal here. The second boss. Alright, check. Make sure everything's good. And we're good to go. There's the tank buster. We have our mitigation up, so we're fine. Typhoon. I don't want to drag you a little bit this way, lest we do get caught up. Let's pop Rampart here. Not stand with that friend. Typhoon incoming. 2. Let's move farther away. I feel like our friends are not paying much attention to the Typhoons. A lot, but I can decrease its attack by 10. At least have a little bit. Typhoon incoming, number 3. Attention here. Back and back. Part's about up, so we'll use Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball's up, should be up long enough for the Tank Buster. I don't know why, but our damage feels really low. That's a no for me, and a no for me. Will hit like truck. Not careful. Oh, I'm going this way. I don't know why I messed up on my directions there. I'm always watching my compass. I will see this. So let's stop here and take care of these. I need a pop Reprisal. It's looking like die here. Continue, should have another group incoming in just one moment. Once again, take a pause, as we kind of hate dealing with these guys at range. We don't have any crowd control mitigation, so I think we just use the damage. Burn them out. We should be good now. So I hope so. There we go. They all ignored me on that one. Jesus, that was close. Alright, and what's the rampart? These guys will hit like a truck if left that honestly was a pretty clean run, if I do say so myself. Alright, we'll run our last ready check. And one said immediately no. Let's do it. Let's use the rampart to start off with. Good there. Flood weapon. Rampart is about to run out. So we have our first case of AoEs incoming. Unfortunately, Bloody Weapon did not get a lot of Shadow Wall to mitigate that damage. Park up in 39. Device, we can't do much about that, as that is an off-table attack. Alright, second bout of AoEs. Hey, friend. Let's mitigate 10%. It's not much, but it's something. Rampart is up next time, though. And just device. Should be moving into our third bout of AoE shortly. Slightly out of the way of that. And we are good. Might hit that just in time. Good. Love that. Can't do anything about that. Click. Honestly, someone can use their LB right now and just end it. No reason not to. Oh, you gotta be joking me! Oh, that's brutal. Like, probably 1%, if not less than health-wise. I'm pretty sure one unmen sealed that. to our healer as per usual. Lockhart, yeah, we'll need that one. Oh, pass them. And we'll go. Alright, we got to 50, which means that we actually can do our job quest. We have a bit of time, so let's actually go ahead and do that, but not before we go back and we turn in the silver circlet for our goldsmith. I was trying to find words there. Actually, I think we did hit 35 for a goldsmith as well, meaning that they also have a job quest available. We're getting there slowly but surely on Dark Knight, which is nice. Alright. And Circlet Aquamarine, high quality as well. Good stuff. Level 36 on goldsmith. Let's see it. Alright, let's in that case go to Dark Knight for our level 50 side quest. Or job quest, rather. I think we get Living End now after this, no? Not that I want to be using it very often, but matter of fact is, like I said, we are a bit squishy. But I will say Dark Knight has forced me to learn when to use my mitigation more efficiently. Living Dead and Living End. Close. I knew you would come to your senses, Rose. Now, let us go. If I never see snow again, it'll be too soon. We should go somewhere warm, at least for a little while. Wait for me near the Gates of Judgment. When you are alone, call out and I shall join you. A moment later, Frey departs, though in what direction you cannot seem to recall. The chat mode and say use your keyboard on the software or the software keyboard to include Frey to attract, which includes Frey to attract her attention. Right outside the Gates of Judgment. Yep. So let's go there. Where is that, mind you? Over here, right. Let's talk to the gatekeeper. And looks like we need to be a little bit out further than just at the gates. Looks like the destination's right over here. Let's make sure we're actually in Say. Wait, I know that voice. It's Rose Hunt, the hero of the Scions. Allow me to say what an honor it is to meet you, madame. I mean, by the Fury, the woman who bested Shiva, every knight under Lord Drillmont's command knows the tale. I could go on, but well, I'll just say it, if I may, madame, we need your help. We have a giant problem, madame. A band of them has taken to raiding caravans through passing Danafine Pass. We think they may be planning to expand their territory. Lord Drillmont wants them gone, but you know how it is. Too much work for too few hands. We need at least 24 knights to clear them out safely. But now that you're here, madame, we have nothing to fear. While we create a distraction, you can slip past and put their leader down. Without him, they're sure to cut and run. So help us. We beg of you. We beg of you. I want the dark timeline where I'm a champion of darkness and I'm an Asian. Who knows, maybe that'll happen. Thank you so much, madam. We won't forget this. Pray accompany me to the pass. We can discuss the finer details of our plan there. Interesting that Frey hasn't shown up. Oh, and like a ghost. No more, enough. So let's go to the pass. Also, let's actually make sure that my armor's up to snuff. And looks like we have a lot of changes available to us. I'm not in a safe zone. I hate that so much, but whatever for now. I'll keep the armor on without the glamour plate. Alright, here's the unbending knights. The leader should be somewhere in the tunnels, madame. Once you are in position, we'll launch our attack. If all goes to plan, we should only have to contend with the leader and his guard. May the Fury guide and protect us. Note that Frey hasn't attempted to stop us. I don't think Frey can really do much in the grand scheme of things. They started to lose a lot of their hold. This. Also darkness. Oh, I stepped into that. I'm stunned for 2, but that's fine. As they are slow anyways. I didn't think they got stunned there, but I could be wrong. Easy enough. That seemed far too simple, honestly. By the fair, you really did it, and you made it look so easy. As for us, there were some injuries, but nothing serious. It was starting to look rather grim, actually, but the moment he fell, they sounded the retreat. It was an honor to fight with you. You really are everything the bards say. Truth be told, I've been following your deeds for some time now, ever since you first came to White Brim Front. Your martial prowess is widely known, of course, but what I found truly inspirational was your compassion for the common man. How you would risk your life without thought for fame or fortune, how the lowest among us could find a friend in you. Sir! Sir! Is something wrong? It's Lord Jimon, sir. He heard we were in the Field of Rose, and it's demanding she come to White Brim Front at once. Demanding? What's the meaning of this? Certain allegations have been made, sir. It seemed that she was observed conversing with a corpse in the broom. Not with anyone not that anyone would ever believe such slander, of course. Ah, I was right. So, fact of the matter is that Frey is in fact dead. We picked up the Soul Stone, and the voice, more or less, that we've been hearing is the last wielder, Frey. And so when we have been talking, quote unquote, Frey is not there. They are not the one talking. It is in fact I talking, but Frey through us in a way. Either that or it's our quote unquote inner voice of sorts. So very interesting here. I should warn you, madame, that some of these allegations were made by Temple Knights, and you may be asked to surrender your weapon. Yeah, that's not gonna go over well. The writer who did this storyline went on to do Shadowbringers and Endwalker. So there's Frey. Well, interesting. Hold on. Why is everyone injured? Frey's standing there. Haha, surrender your weapon. After what happened in Ul'dah, they must be mad. I mean, Frey's not wrong here, but we just got here, yet Frey seemingly has beaten them down. Huh, that in some ways disproves my theory. Pay attention, Rose. This could be the greatest moment of our life. That is, if you could stop denying the truth that has been staring you in the face since the moment we met. Say my name, say it, my real name, our real name. Come now, you knew Frey was dead from the beginning, but you didn't care. You had a sword and soul. You had a sword and a soul crystal, but what you wanted was a mentor. A mentor with the gifts and the knowledge of Dark Knight who could guide you on the path you could aspire to become. And that person was me. A woman who was free to say and do things you would not. Even now, you continue to deny it. Well, deny me all you want. You cannot deny what we have done. Have I not been good to you? Have I not given you everything I promised? Did not help you to hear the whispers of our very soul? Open your eyes. Look, do you see now? Do you see? Ooh. So they can see Frey, though. So that clearly demonstrates that you're seeing something. And then it shows me. Yep. Very interesting. Everything up to now. I'm actually kind of glad that I'm wearing my armor instead. It's kind of it's a nice contrast. Everything now has been your story. And everything after now will be mine. Oh, interesting. So they're trying to claim my body. But he can clearly see Frey, or rather me. Oh, that's very interesting. Esteem. There's something else that spawned. What though? Maybe not? Oh, the Durandare Knight is helping me, I see. Wall. Dark Sprite. Let's take care of them if we can. Another Dark Sprite here. Okay. Ooh, I am hurting now, though, interestingly enough. Though we got healed. We love that. But they're running away. Very interesting. That had to be fun to code? Yeah. Hey, thank you much for the gift subs, Josh. I appreciate it. It would seem I underestimate myself, but no matter. They have borne witness to the darkness within us, what lies beneath the mask. Rose, Rose, listen to us. We will never forsake you, no matter what. We know who you are, Rose. We know, and so do you. And there's Durandare himself. A fantastic display of willful ignorance. Wipe the slate clean, forgive and forget. Convince yourselves that she can be controlled. The warrior of light, our weapon of light. It isn't too late, Rose. We can still be free. Oh, this is so interesting. Rose? So this is your answer. Listen to my voice, listen to our heartbeat, listen. Flashbang! Get blinded every time. If this is how it must be, then so be it. But know that when you tire of the charade, I shall be here, waiting to take the reins. You need only ask. Oh, I enjoyed this. It was very heavily foreshadowed early on, but I really enjoyed that twist to things. Praise Salone, you're all right, madame. For a moment we feared we lost you forever. Lord Jolmont made it clear that we will speak no more of what happened, not that he had to ask, mind. As for your friend, I'm told he'll be interred with full rites. May his soul rest in peace. So that's Frey's body. Even if they were, not necessarily that they are Frey, we only assume that's their name. Arsene, you're all right, madam. You seem a little... Never mind. Fare you well. And so that's the level 50 quest line for Dark Knight. So I wonder what comes after this, interestingly enough. Use your dark side for now. I've been enjoying this so far. I have been enjoying this. Oh, we already have another one? Interesting. Okay, hold up. Well, first let's pop this. Oh, freaking hell. Run out of space in our chest plates. We can get rid of anything below 50 for warrior, so on. So a custom made Cuirass. Oh, it's unique. Of course it is. Is that what I'm wearing right now? Because that's Disciple of War. That must be. No, it's not, though. What is that tied to? Level 30. Little note on the bottom corner. Bottom corner. Bottom corner? See, I see the note saying that it's tied to a... that you're wearing it. Oh. Well, no, so it's not just that I'm wearing it, right? That'd be just if it's part of a... Oh, wait, is that for... I wonder if that's all. I think it is. Now that I think about it, never mind. I think that must be another one of my classes. Gunbreaker... Can we get rid of this one? It is also unique. God dang it. That one's, I think, unique. That one's unique. That one's unique. Noctilorica. This one is not. We're no longer wearing it. It is a level 50, though I think we now are beyond that. So let me desynth this. Cool. All right. That should work for now. I need to store and or get rid of things at some point. Place an armor chest, and then less recommended. The funny part is it's not even necessary. I guess we have the Ishgardian Knight armor anyways. Alright, well, let's do that. I guess it's not considered a safe area. I was hoping that it would be. So I can put on my, my glamour plate. So this is our next quest. Shifting uneasy from side to side till my strokes meet your gaze. It seems, madame, that my comrades have misjudged you. I realize this now, having witnessed the lengths to which Lord Jolmont will go for your sake. There can be no doubt that you are a true friend to Ishgard, which is fortunate as we have urgent need for one with your skill. Pray accompany to the Behemoth's dominion at once. So here's a question. So with all this unique armor, what exactly should I do with all of it? Do a lot of people just put them into glamours at some point? Or like how do people, for lack of a better term, collect these unique things? There's a demon among us, madam, a fiend which cannot be suffered to live. Lord Julma may be willing to let a dangerous vigilante roam free, but we are not so foolish. What sort of hero maims and murders knights sworn to the Holy See? None I know. A heretic you are, and a heretic you shall die. That's a mistake, friend. I would recommend against this course of action. Vile fiend, do not think you can conceal your true nature from them forever. We will expose you for the abomination that you are, I swear it. Wielder of dark arts, consort of dragons, I'll bring you to justice, even cost me my life. Shall we oblige him then? Oh, hello. Is an Ura Dark Knight? Well, are you going to kill him or shall I? You're one of them too, aren't you? This is the part where you beg for your life. Leave these lands if you value your lives. We will not show you mercy again. I guess my new mentor. I pray you do not make habit of following men plotting to kill you into secluded areas. Or did you not learn not from Frey? Okay, interesting. How do you know of Frey? So you do know of him. I thought him fallen at the trial, but then I heard whispers of a woman seen wielding his sword in battle. So tell me, what became of him? How did you learn the arts? By the gods. Though, now that I think of it, 'tis not the first time I've heard such a tale. We who consort with the darkness are never truly whole. There will ever be a part of us yearning to be free. We trained together, Frey and I. His was a strength beyond reckoning, but alas, it was not enough. It warms my heart to see that you carry on his legacy, that you have learned as much as you have with only his soul crystal to guide you, bespeaks your potential. There is a matter I would discuss with you, but not here. My name is Sidurgu. Sidurgu. Pray look for me at the Forgotten Night in Ishgard. Yeah, so would you recommend using glamour plates or glamour prisms to store all of the unique gear? Because I'm not exactly certain how expensive it is to make those prisms. Obviously, at some point I can probably make them myself, but I'm not sure as far as materials are concerned. Alright, where are you, friend? We have a friend with you as well. Given the circumstances under which you embark upon this path, I fear you do not yet understand what it means to be a Dark Knight. The first of us bared steel against one of the clergy, 'tis true. He sacrificed everything he once held dear in the name of justice. So must all who would walk in his footsteps. Mayhap you think this will earn you the love of the common man. You are wrong. To many you will forever be a criminal, a fiend who sows chaos and discord. Hi, Butter. You want attention, buddy? Up you go. Into the lap. There we go. Get comfy, bud. There you are. These people listen to the lies of our enemies. They will do their utmost to cast you out, or worse, as they did to Frey. If you're not prepared to deal with these consequences, then surrender your sword and soul crystal to me now. You claim conviction, but your actions speak otherwise. You spared a man who tried to murder you. Mercy, some would call it idiocy, I name it. Aye, that's right, I followed him and gave him the mercy he truly deserved. Look at me, Rose, tell me what you see. The first Ishgardians to encounter Aura saw Dravanians. We had fled Garlemald's armies only to come to a land where we were mistaken for another nation's mortal enemy. They bared steel and came to kill us, but we did not die so easily. We spared them and sent them on their way, and how do you think they repaid our kindness? With fire and blood, Rose, with death for every man, woman, and child. Make no mistake, these are the wages of mercy. If you would walk the path, then you must accept this truth, for your enemies already have. Interesting. Well, next Dark Knight quest will be available at 52. All right. Well, we are already 51. I think tomorrow we'll probably be able to get to 52 through our daily. So we'll continue with our Dark Knight quest line then. But it is 11 o'clock sharp CST. So with that being said, we are going to end the stream there. As always, guys, if you did enjoy the show, make sure to hit that follow button. If you haven't already, check out our XIV campaign where we're trying to help kill kids at St. Vincent's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, guys, do not tip over my tea cat. On that note, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST. Bye-bye!